Hello guys, good morning. Let me continue the topic of respiration in plants from the glycolysis. In glycolysis, within the 10 steps, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid has been formed. Simple glycolysis definition is 1 molecule of glucose undergone partial oxidation. Don't think that is a full oxidation or complete oxidation. Glucose is not completely oxidized in the glycolysis process. It is a partial oxidation, result 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Let me tell you what will happen after that. So, glucose, which is 6 carbon component, undergone partial oxidation, partially oxidized. Result, this glucose is 1 molecule, clearly mentioned in that 1 molecule of glucose undergone partial oxidized by 10 reactions and number of enzymes are involved and provide 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid is also called pyruvate or a SEC. So 1 molecule has 6 carbon means 2 molecules have how many carbons? 6 carbons. Means 1 molecule has how many carbons? 6 by 2, 3 carbons. So pyruvic acid is 3 carbon component. 3 carbon into 2, 6 carbons. So 6 carbon becomes 6 carbon. In this process, 4 ATPs were produced and 2 NADH2s are produced. Out of 4 ATP, 2 ATPs are used. About used utilizations and collections in the last sessions we will discuss now. So this is simple recap of oxidation which I discussed in the last video session. Now my question is, what is the fate of this pyruvate? To continue the next steps, we have to understand fate of the pyruvate. The pyruvic acid has fates in anaerobic respiration as well as aerobic respiration. The pyruvic acid which is involving in anaerobic respiration, how and what will happen, as well as in aerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, pyruvic acid may be converted into lactic acid, also called lactate. One way. In anaerobic respiration itself, ethyl alcohol or ethanol simply called alcohol will be produced. When alcohol is produced, carbon dioxide is also produced. And this process is called fermentation. Very important. All anaerobic respirations are not fermentations, but all fermentations are anaerobic respirations. So here, as I raised a question, what is the fate of product of glycolysis? Try to understand what I said. What is the fate of product of glycolysis? Glycolysis product is pyruvate. Pyruvate fate is 3 ways. The first fate, maybe it forms lactic acid. Second fate, undergone fermentation and form ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Third one, it has to go to aerobic respiration. Let us discuss the fate of pyruvic acid in anaerobic respiration that are forming of lactic acid as well as ethanol in this session. In the next video session, we are completing this process by judging pyruvic acid fate in the aerobic respiration. I hope you got the clarity, and let me move into the discussion to discuss fate of pyruvic acid in the anaerobic conditions. In anaerobic respiration, first I am going to teach you how lactic acid is formed and secrets involved in the utilization of NADH2. So as of your knowledge goes, glucose is 6 carbon. This 6 carbon molecule undergoes many reactions and gives three carbon components, that PGAL as well as DHAP. What is that? Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate has been formed. This phosphoglyceraldehyde simply called PGAL. Okay, it is also called PGAL, and it is 3 carbon component. It's undergone oxidation, nothing but oxidized, and in that one NAD oxidized into NADH2 or NADH plus H plus. This is a very important step. PGAL become PGA. PGAL have aldehyde group, PGA have acid group. This is PGA. So aldehyde become acid by oxidation. Aldehyde group oxidized and become the component acid. So phosphoglyceraldehyde become phosphoglyceric acid. In this step, one NAD is oxidized into NADH2. Clear? When PGA acid is there and this acid 3PGA becomes 2PGA, and later it releases one phosphate, mutation takes place, then enolase enzyme action, PEP will be formed. So phosphoenol pyruvate or phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Here one phosphate will be released and ADP takes that and become ATP. ATP is synthesized, right? Here also another ATP synthesized, that is the second thing. Means when 3P of phosphoglyceric acid become 2-phosphoglyceric acid, there in between them. But we are not discussing glycolysis, so that I made this entire chart into very short mode. So pyruvic acid is the product of glycolysis, there is no doubt. But typical thing is how many molecules of pyruvic acid? 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Then only equation will be balanced. 1 molecule of glucose is 6 carbon, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid is 6 carbon. Means 1 molecule of pyruvic acid is 3 carbon component. This 3 carbon component undergone reoxidization. This is opposite process of this. During oxidization, NAD is oxidized into NADH2. During reoxidation means what? Redox reaction, nothing but means removal of hydrogen. NADH2, one NADH2 reoxidized, nothing but pyruvic acid is reoxidized. In that NADH2 is reducing, means it is losing its hydrogen. Then it will become NAD plus. So how many NADH2s are forming in the glycolysis? 2. In first cycle, one PGAL goes, one NADH2. 2 PGAL, again DHAP becomes PGAL, so that another. So 2 NADH2s, totally 2 NADH2s undergone reduction division, so that 2 pyruvic molecules become 2 lactic acid molecule. No need to confuse. How many pyruvic acids are formed? 2. 2 pyruvic acids become how many lactic acids? 2. So 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6. Suppose 1 pyruvic acid become 1 lactic acid is your assumption, then 1 NADH2 become 1 NAD. So where NADH2 is produced in glycolysis. So formed NADH2 from the glycolysis utilized by the pyruvic acid in case of anaerobic respiration. Today class is about only anaerobic respiration. Okay, fate of pyruvic acid in the anaerobic respiration. So 1 pyruvic acid required 1 NADH2 in the process of reoxidization and result 1 lactic acid. Got it? Then how many pyruvic acids are there? 2. Then how many NADH2s are there? Required 2. In glycolysis 2 NADH2s are formed now. So total NADH2 formed in the anaerobic respiration glycolysis are used to convert the 2 molecules of pyruvic acid into 2 molecules of lactic acid. For our better understanding, I will tell you a simple calculation. Products of glycolysis. What are the products of glycolysis? 4 ATP plus 2 NADH2. It is also can be written as 2 NADH plus H plus and 2 pyruvate molecules. Right? 4 ATP is staying. 2 NADH2s are utilizing, so that NADH2 is not there. When? In case of anaerobic respiration. This pyruvate molecule become lactic acid, so it is also not there. Lactic acid. So, while formation of lactic acid, NADH2, 2 NADH2s are utilized in the process of reoxidizing. Oxidized reaction means NAD become NADH2. Reoxidizing reaction means NADH2 become NAD. So complete NADH2 consumption can be seen in anaerobic respiration, either the formation of lactic acid or ethyl alcohol. After some time I will discuss the ethyl alcohol production. So this is not fermentation. This is only anaerobic respiration, that is formation of lactic acid. You can ask me why it is not fermentation. In fermentation, carbon dioxide also will be released. If you ask me why doesn't carbon dioxide release here? So carbon dioxide has carbon, but here 3 carbons become 3 carbon. No extra carbon comes out. If carbon dioxide comes out means one carbon should comes out from the reactions. So no. Here the enzyme required to turn the NADH2 become NAD plus is lactate dehydrogenase. To recall the term ever, I will tell you a technique. Pyruvic acid becomes lactic acid by dehydrogenase enzyme. So dehydrogenase enzyme means what? D means removal. What they are removing? Hydrogen. S means what? Enzyme. A enzyme that removes hydrogen from NADH2. So that and forms lactate. That's why that enzyme name is lactate dehydrogenase. In this, who is the substrate? Pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Who is the enzyme? Lactate dehydrogenase. Who is the product? Lactic acid. So pyruvic acid undergone the action of lactate dehydrogenase and forms lactic acid. In this, no carbon dioxide is produced. Reason? Carbon number here is 3 into 2, 6. Product also 3 into 2, 6. So if suppose if one carbon dioxide comes, then 3 2s are 6 minus 1, it should be 5. Lactic acid is not 5 component. 2 molecules of lactic acid is 6 component. So that carbon dioxide shouldn't be released. This is the first fate of pyruvate in the anaerobic respiration. I am again telling you, this is not fermentation process. Now let us see what is fermentation. In case of fermentation, the product is ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is 2 carbon component. Formula C2H5OH. If this is the product, what are the consequences in the anaerobic respiration? Let us examine. You have understand all this, no need to tell you again and again. Once pyruvic acid is formed, that is 3 carbon component, the 2 molecules will be formed by 1 glycolysis process, means by 1 glucose. This pyruvic acid become lactic acid by lactic dehydrogenase enzyme. But here 1 carbon means 2 carbon dioxides are coming. For 1 pyruvic acid, 1 carbon dioxide. So 2 pyruvic acids, 2 carbon dioxides are coming. So 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 2, then 4. So that alcohol, ethyl alcohol is a 2 carbon component, 2 molecules are coming. Stoichiometric balancing of reactants and products. I tell you again, clear? Listen carefully. In the fermentation process, if we discuss pyruvic acid, how many molecules? 2 molecules. Suppose let me discuss for first molecule. 1 pyruvic acid lose 1 carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. So 1 pyruvic acid has how many carbons? 3. 1 carbon dioxide has how many carbons? 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. That's why ethyl alcohol is 2 carbon component. But here products of glycolysis is not one pyruvic acid, 2 molecules. So 2 molecules have 6 carbons, 2 molecules losing 2 carbons. To remove the carbons from the pyruvic acid, pyruvic decarboxylase enzyme is required. So very, very important. Pyruvic decarboxylase means, AS means what? Enzyme. Enzyme that is removing carbon. D means what? Removal. Carbon is removing. Enzyme that removing carbon from pyruvic acid. So carbon dioxide is removed by this enzyme, and here also NaDH2 will be reoxidized. What is that enzyme? Again, ethanol dehydrogenase. Another enzyme. Ethanol dehydrogenase. So enzyme to form ethanol, it should remove the hydrogen. So enzyme number 1 and enzyme number 2 are required in case of fermentation. Fermentation is anaerobic respiration. In case of anaerobic respiration, which is not fermentation, only one enzyme is required. In case of lactic acid dehydrogenase. In case of acetic acid dehydrogenase, like that. Where does lactic acid is formed? In human or any animals, muscle cells during the vigorous condition, exercise condition, lactic acid is produced due to anaerobic conditions, muscle cells, myofibrils. That is different pattern. But ethanol in yeast, bakery, and what else? The fermentation products like curd, cheese, so many products, household products. So, if you want the balance of 6 carbons from here to here, 3 2s are 6 carbons here, 2 2s are 4 plus 2. How many molecules of ethyl alcohol? 2. Each molecule have 2 carbons. So 2 2s are 4. Here 6. 6 minus 4, 2. That is what? This 2 is released. That is why if you see the curd have some holes. Cheese have some holes. Why the holes were formed on the surface of that curd, cheese and some dairy products? Because carbon dioxide is coming out. While coming out, it is liberating from the product, so that some pores are formed. Remember, in only fermentation, carbon dioxide is released. Non-fermented anaerobic respirations, carbon dioxide will not come. Example, lactic acid and acetic acid productions. Clear? It happens in yeast cells. And anaerobic respiration happens in many cells, even in the eukaryotic, according to the demand. I hope you understand the difference between anaerobic non-fermentation reactions, anaerobic fermentation reactions. Clear? Here we will discuss the two fates. Fate of pyruvic acid in the formation of lactic acid, fate of pyruvic acid in the formation of ethyl alcohol or ethanol. That's the fermentation. Third thing is, if it is aerobic respiration, how does this pyruvic acid will move on? Is next video session. Prepare well and attend assignment. Thank you.